Hi guys, Sarah here, and welcome to Novel Expectations. Today I'm coming to you with my Christmas book haul. And at first when I decided to do this video, I thought, okay, I've got like 3 or 4 books to show. No, I don't. I actually had more than I thought I had. So these were not only Christmas gifts that I got. Some of them were books that I actually purchased after Christmas, but I thought I would include them all in one video so you guys could see. Now, book hauls are not something I do because 90% of the books that I purchase are on Kindle or on Audible, so there's really nothing to show you guys. But something like this I thought would be a lot of fun to show you guys. So I'm going to start off with a book that I actually bought prior to Christmas. And I bought a copy of this book for my niece, Caitlin, who is, she'll be 6 in February. And I just about died when I saw it, and I thought I have to get a copy for me too. It is called The 12 Days of Christmas in Canada, and it's written by Ellen Warwick, and it's illustrated by Kim Smith. So essentially what this is, and it's an adorable little book, it's about a young girl who ends up going to Canada from the US to visit her grandmother and her cousin. And the grandmother takes her and the cousin on this cross-country trip. And in each city, they do something to do with the 12 days of Christmas. So, like, okay, on the 5th day of Christmas, my cousin gave to me 5 golden bagels, and that's Montreal. For those of you who are unaware, Montreal is famous for their bagels. But what's cool is it's not just this. It's on the other page is this letter that the young girl writes home to her mom and dad and tells her all about the city. So it's almost like a geography, you know, learning about Canadian cities. And it's fantastic. If you have young ones at home, I highly recommend that you pick up this book, even if you're not Canadian, because I think it would teach them a lot about this country. Obviously I'm from Toronto. On the 8th day, cousin gave 8 bears a swimming. Like, look at the graphic. They're just gorgeous. And in every picture, there's the Canadian goose. He follows them around and he travels with them. And the first one was the goose. Like, that was your partridge in a pear tree. So yes, highly recommend this book. I had to get a copy for myself. I just love it. The next book I just got, I ordered from Amazon, is Yoga for Life, A Journey to Inner Peace and Freedom by Colleen Sedman Yee. She is a model, I believe, and I think she was almost to a point where she was self-destructing at some point. And, you know, being weighed in, having to have, like, restrictive diets, possibly drug use. I haven't started reading the book yet. But then she started doing yoga and changed her life, essentially. And my yoga practice is something I really want to get back into in 2016, so I thought that this book would be very motivating. So I believe it's like part memoir, part instructional. So I'll let you guys know what I thought about it when I get to it. The next one I got the other day from Chapters, the hubby and I wandered over, was Eating Animals by Jonathan Safran Foer. And I read this book years ago. Actually, I started reading it. I only got about halfway through it. And then I put it down, and I went to go pick it back up and couldn't find it. And I think I lent it to a friend and never got it back. So now I'm glad to have my own copy again. And pretty much what it's about is, it's not about vegetarianism per se, because he does eat meat. But he talks about why we choose to eat what it is that we eat. Like, why cows and why not dogs, for example. And gets into, like, he investigates factory farming and stuff like that. So this is something I'm really interested in right now, and I'm really looking forward to rereading this, essentially. So now on to the little bit more fun books, because those tend to be, well, the last 2 tend to be a little bit more heavy. This was a Christmas gift from the hubby. It is called The Longest Road, Overland in Search of America from Key West to the Arctic Ocean. It's a Pulitzer Prize winner, and it's by Philip Capto. There's the cover. And essentially it is what it says it is. It's pretty much him driving from one end of the country to the other and telling all these stories. And, you know, nonfiction is really something I'm getting into this year. Something I was never interested in before, now I am. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Great interior page. Yeah, so this one will be a really fun one. The next one, I believe this one's a New York Times bestseller. I happened to see it and I thought I wanted to give it a shot. It's called Witches of America by Alex Marr. It's essentially about witchcraft in America currently. Yeah, so it sounds interesting. I'll have to let you guys know what I think about it when I get to it. But I am really looking forward to picking it up because it sounds like it's going to be good. And then I got some nonfiction. And these ones, I was actually really surprised, when I decided to pick them up. I bought these for myself. The Hubs and I went to Chapters Indigo after Christmas, and they have their annual 30% off all hardcover books. I was kind of having a hard time deciding what I wanted to get. I have a list of nonfiction books that I want to buy, but it was kind of last minute that we ended up at Chapters, and I forgot to bring the list. I should just put it in my purse and carry it with me all the time. Now, I'm not a fan of YA, personally. It's just not my thing. But I find 90% of YA tends to be dystopian. The Hunger Games, The Insurgent, those kind of, books. And that does not interest me in the least. I mean, I read The Hunger Games, and I liked it, but it's not something I want to read all the time. I like contemporary. And I've heard on BookTube so much about this author and about these books. I finally bit the bullet and decided to pick them up because they were hardcover, so they were 30% off, and they're both collector editions. So the first one I got was Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. Gorgeous. Collector's edition. Hardcover. And what makes it part of the collector's edition are these beautiful fan art on the inside. And there is also an interview with the author. And these are just gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm really looking forward to actually reading these. They are really pretty. I'm very stingy when I purchase print books now. I had a problem before, and I used to buy books all the time, tons and tons of books. And I watch BookTube, and I see so many other people buying amazing books, and I want to own all the pretty books. But this is all I have now of a bookshelf, guys. I don't have room. Maybe one day if we move and we have the room, I can get some more bookshelves, but I don't want to go crazy again. If I'm buying books, I'm either going to purchase nonfiction books, because these ones are gorgeous, and I love having just a collection of nonfiction books. Or I'm going to be really stringent and only buy editions that I have to have, like stuff that, collector stuff essentially. So there's that one. And the other one I had to go with the biggie by her is Fangirl. I don't know if I'm going to like this one or not. I'm sure all of you know what it's about a girl who writes fan fiction and she's in college. The fan fiction is based on a Harry Potter type character. And I like Harry Potter. It was really good. But I'm just hoping this isn't going to be too young. Because that's what I find sometimes with some YA. Now, saying that, I am reading some childhood favorites this year that I read myself when I was young. But that's a little different, I think. That's my childhood. This is somebody else's. So, again, it is a collector's edition. I had to pick it up. It's a gorgeous cover. And the interior art is just gorgeous. Like, look at that. And this is fan art. Again, same as the other book. This one on the back is my absolute, I gotta show it to you guys. That one is my favorite. I don't know why, I just think it's so cute. So yeah, so those are all the books that I got for Christmas or around Christmas. So what about you guys? Did you get any new books for Christmas? I'd love to know which ones. Please post in the comments below. And until next time, take care and happy reading. Bye guys.